Giovanni Leoni has done his ACL. He'll be out for months and months, like the majority of the season you'd expect, if not the full thing. In this video, we're going to break down what that actually means for Liverpool, the impact on the team, but obviously we've got to start the video by talking about the priority, and that is Leoni's full health, getting back to full strength, because this is devastating for the guy. We're also going to talk about a potential maybe further advancement on the Marc Guéhi saga. I know we're going to go back to it and revisit it in January. Does that mean this transfer then gets bumped back up in like the priority, bringing in another centre-back in January will likely be the occasion now? Is it Marc Guéhi? I know Palace have been very vocal about not letting him go in January, but obviously there's going to be a bit more money in this now in terms of paying a premium to get the guy. We're going to touch on Guéhi in a bit, but we've got to start with the priority. Also, excuse my voice, I've got a cold. The priority is, and will always be this: Giovanni Leoni has just got his big move. His career move, his big game yesterday. He was trusted to play in that game, and he took the chance with both hands. Big move to England, big start in the Cup. Everything's going well. He was actually really good in the game. I thought he was our second best player behind Chiesa. The two Italians was fantastic. And then this absolutely devastating incident happens where he takes a bad fall, lands awkwardly, and before you know it, like, he's out for the season. How unlucky, and how... Oh my, you just feel for the young lad, his confidence, what he must be thinking right now. He must be thinking, I've done everything right here. It's all going so well. And then it's out of nowhere. These ACL injuries are creeping up more and more, in the modern game now. In terms of being at a club who can deal with this, you're at one of the best medical... You've got one of the best medical facilities there. You've also, playing next to you in Van Dijk, the captain of your side, he plays in your position at your club. He's gone through the same thing and he's recovered, if not recovered more so, and he's really actually come back from that injury. So if any sort of vote of confidence is there, it's probably that you're playing next. The guy next to you has gone through a similar thing and recovered and come out the other side a better man. And I have absolutely every faith that Leoni does, and obviously I hope that is the case. Devastated for the young lad. So first and foremost, this is not as serious as people are saying in terms of months out, and it's not about when can he get back. It's like, can he make the end of the season? That's not my priority here. It shouldn't be anyone's. It should be, can he get back to I don't care how long it takes, can he get back to that level? And you're hoping obviously no lasting damage here. You can't help but, whilst that's the priority, you can't help but think about the impact on the side here, and that you've naturally got to talk about this, right? We are a centre back down now, so early on into the season. I can't believe how good he was yesterday as well, but anyway, he was so impressive. You are putting a lot more faith and trust into Joe Gomez now. You've kind of forced to play that hand. A player, by the way, who's not got a sparkling injury record himself. Gomez will pick up an injury this season. No, God, I hope it doesn't. Touch wood, it doesn't. But going on track record, I think he's picked one up every year, right? And not like a fucking paper cut either. It's a bad one. Konaté as well, similar. Like, he picked up a few knocks last year, etc. So these players are going to be a bit more strained now, a bit more... Basically, what I'm saying is this: we've got 3 centre-backs to play the full season. That ain't good enough. Arsenal don't have that. Man City don't have that. Even like Man United don't have that. We now have 3 centre-backs. The option is this. I mean, Gomez will play in every cup competition apart from the Champions League. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, he'll play in that. Gomez will play every game. One of Konaté or Van Dijk will join him. Likely will be rotated. Or in my opinion, it'll be this, and I'd love to know what you think in the comments down below, please. Until January, where we'll talk about Guéhi maybe in a bit, I think it'll be Robertson or Endo. And Arne Slot's kind of drip-fed the kind of idea of playing these as centre-backs, and no, obviously it's not ideal, and it's obviously a cup game, so it's not the worst scenario of all time. If you're going to play Endo centre-back, I'd rather it was against, Middlesbrough in the cup, for example. So he might play there. I'd rather actually I'd rather actually Endo playing there than Robertson, personally, because I'd rather Robertson rotate for Kirk. It's like, okay, if you bring Robertson out to play in centre-back, then Kirkers is playing. But Kirkers will have played midweek, so there will always be a knock-on effect. If you play Endo centre-back, you'd probably have to play Gravenberch in the cup game, which isn't ideal. But I think if you move Endo out of his position, there's another midfielder there who could fill in, be it Curtis Jones in a deeper role, be it Stefan Bajcetic. You know what I'm trying to say there in Bajcetic, right? I know he's not fully fit now, but he will be. Playing Endo centre-back as a 4th choice centre-back, which he has done before, by the way, in his career. He was a centre-half, Endo. Playing him there, you move Bajcetic in. I don't think it's the end of the world, personally, in a cup game. Listen, in a cup game, the obvious talking point is, okay, who's next to him? Endo playing next to Van Dijk is a pretty good idea. I could play next to Van Dijk and look all right. But it's playing next to Joe Gomez, who, he's a more senior player in the team now, but I believe there's a mistake in his game. He showed yesterday a lot of vulnerability on the ball, even though he's not really being pressed. He'll hold on to the ball too long. He'll play he played one yesterday. He played an awful pass into midfield. The ball bounced back to him. Then first time he put another awful pass into midfield for no reason. He needs to know his limits, in my opinion, Gomez. No one expects Gomez to play 50-yard diags or run out the back and maraud through. No one wants that. Yeah, he tries to do it. Let's be frank, let the more creative, better passes of the ball do the more harder things on the pitch to do. All I want Gomez to do is win the ball in the air, win his duels, and keep a clean sheet. That's what I believe centre-backs should do that maybe aren't Van Dijk, that aren't these unbelievable distributors. If you can't do it, let someone else do it. There's players in the team who can do that, in my opinion. So Gomez has to know, for me, his limits. And that sounds like a slander on him, because no, he's so good, got some great recovery pace, really physically strong, some great physical assets. And he can read the game well, and he can defend well. I just believe he takes it one step too far, in my opinion. And I think Kwanzaa were the same, by the way. I do think they both had a mistake in their game. So it's about, can he play next to Endo, and can that be solid enough to get us through in these cup games? My only issue is this, and this is, I'm not trying to speak this into existence, my God, is I think Gomez, as I say, going on track record, going on injury history, he tends to pick up an injury a year. And Konaté recently, like last year, he had at least two spells. What happens if that happens again? And then we're down to two centre-backs for even just a short period of time. If one has a month off, that's like, you're looking at 8 games. How many games are they going to miss, really? We're going to be playing, you'd like to think, in the latter stages of competitions. Champions League's going to start ramping up. And obviously that happens after January. So you've got to bring someone in January for me. I don't care if it's Gay. I don't care if it's me. You got to bring a body in there to play from January onwards. To play when the Champions League starts ramping up, when the schedule starts ramping up around January, around the latter stages of the season. I think almost forces your hand to move the Gehi signing as more of a priority. I know Palace are very vocal about not letting him go. I think they were willing to hold on. Like, why would we let him go now? Like, for what, 20 million, 15 million? What's the point? Because we're in Europe ourselves, in Palace. They're doing really well. I think they're unbeaten in God knows how many games now. I think they'll be looking, unless something drastic happens where they're really low down in the league, or they're knocked out of Europe, which obviously shouldn't be happening, in my opinion, anytime soon. Gay should not be leaving Palace particularly unless it's for a fee, and that fee will be more exaggerated now because Liverpool are forced to play a hand. And if we're going to sign a centre back, why sign someone crap for the sake of signing him now in January, as opposed to waiting for Gehi 6 months later? But you almost have to sign someone. You need a body in there. You need 4. You don't win a league title with 3 centre backs, in my opinion. That's just what I think. And obviously, if you bring in Gehi, you are what's the word there? What's the mitigating? Is that the right word? But Konaté's going to leave on a free, right? So you got to bring someone else in who's of that standard to come straight in. If we go and sign a 6 out of 10 centre back, let's just say for argument's sake, Gomez is that 6 out of 10 centre back. If we sign a Gomez equivalent in January that isn't Mark Gehi, and then Leoni comes back fit next year, we've now got like 3 6, 7 out of 10 centre backs, 1 10 out of 10, and there's no 9 or 8 there. There's no B side because Konaté's left. Do you get my point there? I think Gehi has to be the option, and Palace naturally, they'll be stupid not to, will look for a premium on that. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. I've got to end this with obviously the man Geovanni Leoni. Devastated for the kid. He's a kid. He's younger. He's 3 years younger than me. Look at me. I'm like nuts, mate. It's absolutely bonkers. Look, bonkers is absolutely the wrong word. It's so unlucky, devastating, so frustrating. It must be as well. Watching everyone. You hear about all these ACL, like when the players get big injuries and they've got to watch their team train. It's like they've got to watch Gomez earn his place in the team when he can't do anything about it, when really he should have been the one fighting for it. Yeah, what can he say? We're all behind him, of course. Speedy recovery. What does it mean for Liverpool? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you, in the community. Get involved. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.